This earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff.
Biblical. No, not yet.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs and camp living together. Mass hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the Audacity. Disclaimer?
Disclaimer, yeah. Disclaimer.
Heads
I've
up.
entered.
Well, no, it's because I'm fucking allergies. You know, like you were doing coke this past few weeks. I have it too.
It's your turn now.
It's my turn now.
Yeah.
I just, oh my god.
Okay, that's why I put the cleaning.
I had a nap.
Yeah.
I woke up 3 times to sneeze. I was like, what the fuck is... Like, I would wake up and then I would sneeze. I wouldn't sneeze and wake up. It was ridiculous.
That's funny.
So annoying.
Anyways, if you haven't noticed yet, welcome back to Flabbergasted by the Audacity. I'm Jamal.
I'm Patrick.
Welcome back to this week's episode.
Yeah, and before we get into our words of wisdom for this week, I just want to let everyone know the horrible news. The Queen of England is still dead. Your prayers have not been and never will be answered, for God hates us all. Hail Satan. Ah, demons.
Nice.
And for our words of wisdom, this past weekend, I had a social engagement. I was feeling down and really didn't want to go. I felt like I had no energy and wanted the big sleep bad. But I couldn't just cancel out of the blue. As a good Satanist, I cannot do to others what I wouldn't want done to myself. So, I forced myself to go. And thus, I proceeded to have one of the greatest nights of my life. With one of my best friends and his family. We all went to a concert, got drunk, moshed. I crowd surfed, and at the end, I got a rock star to sign my battle jacket.
Fucking nice.
So this week's words of wisdom are, sometimes the only person standing in the way of your happiness is yourself.
Wow. I think that's probably the most deepest thing we've ever had on this fucking podcast.
It happens occasionally, but
Every once in a while.
our lives are pretty boring. So.
Yeah. I did hear about it because me and David played after you fucking abandoned us, motherfucker.
I told Justin.
Well, doesn't say shit because he fell asleep on his laptop watching porn. No, he was watching YouTube. But
it was probably porn. It's just YouTube's a cover.
Yeah, but I did hear about it, so I know that you had a really good time. David had told me that you had a blast. So
Incredible.
I'm glad that you guys.
So that's where the injury came from.
Okay.
I've never fallen in a mosh pit before. I fell 5 fucking times. The floor was so slippery. It was covered in beer and sweat and just filth.
Yeah.
So I fell. This is probably the last time I fell. I landed on my elbow, and I didn't think anything of it because I was wearing a sweater, and the sweater was covering my elbow.
Yeah.
But it left this giant gash, and I'm pretty sure it's infected because it fucking hurts.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I made the mistake of one of the times that when I fell, I put my hand on the floor to pick myself up, and I was like, "Oh, what have I done?"
Yeah. The amount of COVID and STIs and AIDS that you have on that hand.
Yeah, because I've never fallen in a pit before. But
Okay,
when you fall in a pit, they pick you up.
Okay.
I didn't think it would be that hard because I thought I was doing it myself. I was picking myself up at the same time.
Yeah.
So when they pulled me and I was pushed off the ground with my legs naturally,
yeah.
I went like 2 feet in the air, like whoa, shit!
And you crowd surfed? That's awesome.
I was insane. This guy was just like, "Hey, you want to crowd surf?" Like,
yeah,
I can't say no.
Exactly.
But it was so awkward because he like offered at the end of a song.
Oh, okay.
And then the next song had like a 2-minute opener before like the beat drops or whatever. It's like a build up.
Okay.
So he's like holding my pants to like do it, and I'm like, this is awkward, but I'm really excited, so you can keep doing this. Finally, the song kicks into it, and I instantly get like chucked into the air.
Awesome.
I was like tapping on people's shoulders, like, "Don't drop me, don't drop me," because like I'm coming from the back to the front, so they're all facing away.
Okay,
so I was like tapping them, let them know I'm
sure.
coming.
I'm coming.
Hold me.
Boy, coming through. You know.
Oh, it was great. And
That's
then
great.
The security catches you, and you have to go do the roundabout to come back in.
Yeah.
I instantly went back into the pit, like, do it again, but I didn't get to do it again.
Okay. Well, I mean, you have to do it though.
I didn't think it would happen because people were crowd surfing the whole time, and I'm like, I just wish that was me. And then it happened.
Hey, that's great. See, there you go.
It was great time.
I'm really glad that you thought I love those nights where you feel like you're like having like a terrible night, and then you go out there, you have a good night. That's why I gotta say, rock concerts or rock concerts and EDM concerts are probably 2 really good concerts to go to because like rock was the mosh pit and EDM is that bass drop with the fucking speakers that they must have in the DJs and shit. That I've never been to like Osheaga, which is like our big festival over here in Quebec, or like Isonic, but I heard they're like fucking nuts. I mean, I would never go because I'm not the biggest fan of EDM music. Like I like it.
What is EDM?
EDM, it's this constant 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, drop, bah, bah. It's just that's all it is.
But isn't that
It's house music.
not techno?
Well,
what does Skrillex do? What is that?
That's EDM. Yeah.
That's EDM?
Well, it's electric dance music. That's what it stands for.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
He's like techno EDM. I mean, EDM is like the general term. They have like techno and all these like, I'm just saying for general listeners who would probably are not super into music, EDM is that. Okay. It's just that build up and then the boom, drop it.
No, that really is, yeah. Alright.
It's like when fucking David Guetta said, I want to say my condolences to George Floyd and his family, and the beat fucking dropped. That was the most funniest shit. You never saw that video?
I'm just imagining it in my head, and it's glorious.
David Guetta with his fucking terrible ass English accent. Because he's not. This first time, I don't think first time.
Who the fuck English. Is David Guetta?
He's like Calvin Harris and DJ Khaled. He's
who the fuck is Calvin Harris?
Do you know who DJ Khaled is?
Basically, I know he doesn't pleasure his wife.
Yes, this is true. DJ Khaled and Khaled, all these guys, what they do is they make house beats and they have singers sing all for them. So like David Guetta is one of those guys. He doesn't sing, but he's a really good DJ who makes beats and he goes, hey, could you sing on this track, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of like really something you would really know.
So they're a producer basically. They're a
producer, but they also are on the stage. They're like a visual producer. Like I'm also here.
So
it's like
egotistical producer.
Huh? Exactly. It's like it's like any song that David Guetta does. It's like David Guetta featuring blank. Like whoever's gonna be on the song. I'm trying to think. What song would be like really popular of him that I feel like you would maybe know? I don't think you would know it.
Anyway, no chance in hell.
But he just like he's on stage already. Just goes like he's in the middle of that. But I want to say I'm sorry to George Floyd and his family. Drop. I'm like, yo, that's the funniest fucking thing.
His voice is like high pitched.
No, his voice. You have to, I think we'll put a video after. It's just really fucking
the way
funny.
You did it.
Anyways. So I think those concerts are great. I think they're really great. And now with COVID kind of like calming down, it's great that we're able to have those concerts again. I think it's good for the people as much as it's good for the band. I think they also miss us as much as we miss them.
Dude, I thought it was insane. The band came to the bar afterwards, and I was like, they actually do this?
Oh yeah, a lot of bands. Especially if they're not like, I'm not saying the rock is not super well known, but like, if you're not like a super duper famous pop star, they're really chill.
Well, like, the main act didn't come down, but the opening act did, and I really enjoyed them. So I was like, sign my vest. Because if the main act came down, it would be anarchy.
Well, the main act was who?
Airborne.
Okay.
They're Australian. They're similar to AC/DC and like they're hard rock.
Okay.
They're kind of like that.
And the opening band. So I guess the opening band even makes more sense. They would be at the bar.
They're called the Howling Natives, or no, Native Howl. The Native Howl.
So they're probably like. Do you know what? You probably make that guy's night because I feel like smaller bands like that.
There's like at least I want to say 2, maybe 3 dozen people like
circulating.
Can we get autographs, photos, and all that?
That's good
because they were signing vinyl, CDs.
But that's really good. I think regardless, I think you helped make his night because small bands like that. I mean, I had someone ask for my autograph, and I'm in a smaller band than they are. You know, so.
It's gotta feel good.
Yeah, it does feel good. It feels great, you know. So I think he definitely made their night. So that's good.
It's great. It's like because I never heard them before, and I didn't know who was opening for the main band. And I was like, "Who's opening, David?" And David's like, "Oh, it's Native Howl. I don't know what the fuck they are." He puts it on YouTube before we go.
Yeah.
And I was like, "They sound okay."
Okay.
And then we see them on. They're fucking good.
Oh, that's good.
Really good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
His name was Alex. He was really nice.
Nice guy, man.
It's funny because he signed my battle jacket, and then they wanted to go back to get a group photo, like all David and his family and me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey, Alex, can we get a photo?"
It was like on first name basis at this point. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex, man, how you been, man? That's funny. Well, yeah. So the Queen is dead.
Ding dong.
She's not coming back. King Charles is in. I think it's interesting, right? Because you do know that like one of the I can't remember which prince, the one who married the chick from America. I don't know which
married Meghan.
Yeah, I'm not sure which prince that is. That's
Charles
or Harry. Is it Charles? No, is it William or Harry? I think. Prince William.
I don't care.
One or the other. Anyways,
one of the
two. Because they left, right? Like they left the whole royal thing. Yeah, they live in British Columbia.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they live here.
That's cool.
Well, like they want nothing to do with the royal family, which is
at that point, because it becomes that thing of like, do I kill my brother to have the throne?
It's not even that. No, he just doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. Like he really said, like, because his wife being American, that is the first.
I heard that was the dramatic.
It's a very big thing.
You will date your sister and you will love it.
Yeah, basically.
Keep it in the family.
So her like not because like she used to be on this so-called Suits.
Yes.
And she quit her job because you're not allowed to work if you're part of it. You're not allowed to be like in regular areas like that.
I guess rich families typically adopt that. You're not allowed to work.
I guess so. That's why they moved out. They moved to Canada. Like Oprah Winfrey did like a whole interview with her, and they like exposed like the family a little bit. So the fact that he was there is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, maybe him coming back, he's being reminiscent, he's gonna rejoin the family. I don't think so.
It's like,
but
no,
whatever.
he's just saying goodbye to his
mom.
mother.
Yeah.
Wait, no, because it'd be Diana's kids, right?
Oh, his grandma then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
grandma.
because Prince Charles, which is like, again, it's just I don't know. I just find it so weird that like he's 71 and now he's king. Sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, finally my time has come.
Yeah,
It's like it's all the memes of him being a like my time has come.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I find it a bit strange, but whatever. I mean, I don't think much is going to change. I don't see him going like super crazy. He seems pretty down to earth, pretty calm guy. So
I think he's the one who was in the army and all that, right?
yeah. So
okay, him.
It's
Harry. It's Harry.
Okay. Well, I think he wants peace. I think he really is. He seems like a general nice guy. Honestly,
Yeah. I'm glad we have him in Canada.
Prince Charles. Yeah.
Harry.
Prince. Oh,
Charles is the bald one, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The other. Well, King Charles. We're getting them all.
Wait,
up.
there's Charles and there's Kid Charles?
I'm not sure. No, I think it's King Charles and Prince William and Prince Harry.
This is why in Game of Thrones they had the main king, Robert, and they had this grandkid named Robert. They switched the grandkid's name so people wouldn't get confused.
Yeah,
too.
I'm
They should have done
confused,
that.
fuck, yeah, I'm
Rename this
confused.
other Charles kid.
Yeah. Fuck your name.
Fuck your name.
But yeah, and on that note of the Queen, I'm not sure if you heard about this, that Trudeau was caught singing Bohemian Rhapsody 3 days prior to her funeral, right? He was at like a...
So that's what killed her.
Yeah, Trudeau singing. He didn't, to be 100% honest, he didn't sound that bad.
God damn it, the man can do no wrong unless it's politics.
Yeah. He didn't sound awful. Like, he's not great or anything. Like, he's not like, I don't think he should go on like American Idol, but like, he didn't sound that bad. But everyone's like, oh, it's just shameful. I'm like, dude, he's like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people put politics and people in politics.
They try to make them like inhuman. Like
yeah,
they're
like,
supposed
like,
to be above that.
Yeah, like he's still human. He's still
like something I've realized in my like adulthood.
Yeah.
Everyone is just a person, and no one has any idea what they're doing most of the time.
Yeah, it's like
everyone just kind of like going with the pack, but
Yeah.
the pack as a whole is retarded.
Yeah.
But we're all pretending like we're better than one another.
It's weird. But honestly, though, I gotta say, I know a lot of people dog on Trudeau and whatever. I honestly don't think he thinks that he's better than us. I think it's one of the first, like, few times in a long time where I feel like he really is just kind of working for us. He's trying his best.
Mm-hmm.
And because he has a minority government, he can't do anything.
Well, it's like that for any president. Anyone who comes into power, they're instantly criticized because they can't do as much as they thought they could.
Yeah.
Because when people become president, like, oh, I can make all these changes, right? And like, no, there's all these things in the way. Like, oh, if you do this, this will happen. So you can't exactly do that.
Exactly.
So in the end, you can't really change much.
Yeah.
And if you do change anything, it's small.
Yeah.
And almost insignificant to the public eye.
Yeah. So
change happens over time. It doesn't happen overnight.
So basically, he got ridiculed for that, and the new conservative leader who got elected, who won by quite the margin. His name is Pierre Poilievre.
Oh, you're talking about last
Yeah.
night.
So he was welcomed into the House of Commons, and he'll be seeing Trudeau next week. And I'll be honest, I think come election next year or 2 years from now, we will be seeing a new prime minister. I'd be very surprised if Trudeau can fight him off. The other two guys were a joke. This guy's not fucking joking around. Like, this guy's here to fucking win. So there should be an interesting election, just like the Quebecer one. Which actually, I'm gonna punch myself in here. I'm gonna kind of.
You're running for office?
Yeah, no, I wish. I'm gonna kind of do a little disclaimer that I'm gonna say next week I'm gonna be doing a stream where I just want to talk about politics, Quebec politics specifically, and the importance to vote. Because I feel like a lot of young Quebecers don't vote. Do you vote?
I want to for the first time this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, I feel like it's important. A lot of people are like, oh, like, if 1,000 people all say, oh, my vote doesn't matter, that those 1,000 votes 100% matter. So we're going to be talking about each party, what they stand for, what they don't stand for, and just the importance of voting. So DJ Jammer, twitch.tv at DJ Jammer, that'll probably be next Monday. Coming up.
Which is what day of the...
That's going to be just before the election, the 26th, because the election's on the 3rd. So the Monday before...
You have to say the day number, because it depends
26.
when this episode comes out.
Yeah, so 26th we'll be talking about it, and yeah, so I think it's important. So.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, it's not entertaining enough for most children.
Exactly. Yeah, I know, that's why. So.
All right. Is that the end of Political Corner?
Yeah, that's it for today.
Let's get into entertainment. The Little Mermaid is black.
Yeah, I heard
And I
about
don't
this.
like it.
Yeah, no one does.
No one likes it.
I mean, I think it's the first time where I kind of agree. Ariel's white. Like, keep the story the way it's supposed to be.
Well, hold on. I got something.
Okay.
See, well, I don't like it, not because she's black, but because Disney owns so much of the filmmaking market, and if anyone has the capital and opportunity to take risks and make something original and memorable for this generation to be proud of,
They can
it's
do it.
them.
Yeah.
But they're hell-bent on doing the lazy bare minimum in every way possible, remaking classics like Little Mermaid that didn't need to be touched, and throwing minorities on the cover so that when people criticize their mediocrity, they can shout racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, huh?
So they pretend to be like, we're supporting all these minorities, all this diversity, but you're not even giving them original characters to play.
Yeah.
You're just playing white characters and you're just replacing them.
Yeah, no, again, but I feel like, this is one of the few stories, like Pocahontas is done with a white woman, well, then there's a problem. But, like, Ariel's a white chick. Like, every rendition of that movie and book, she's white. So, like...
And so historically speaking, wouldn't a mermaid always be white? Because it
Yeah.
comes from European sailors crossing
Exactly.
the ocean, right?
Yeah, so...
And they get, like, they want women.
Yeah,
So they'd
so
imagine
like-
women in the water. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming they wouldn't even be attracted to black people because black people were considered
Slaves.
lesser.
Yeah.
So they would be white.
Yeah, so...
Therefore, Ariel should always be white.
Yeah, so I don't understand. I'll be honest, I don't understand why they're remaking it. It's a very weird classic to remake.
It's a trend that they've been doing since Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I guess.
They're remaking all of the classic ones
Yeah.
because this way they have a set-in fan base that's guaranteed to watch it.
Yeah. And the
people,
new generation's gonna...
Because people are afraid of change, right? And
Yeah.
trying new things.
Yeah.
This is something they know and they're familiar with. Like, oh, it'd be like watching the
Lion
thing I
King.
love
Yeah,
for the first time again.
Yeah.
Because it's live action.
And redone with
live
new
action,
graphics
quote,
and stuff
unquote.
like that. Yeah. I mean, like, again, it's... I think it's nice. I think what I like is the fact that these artists are not well known. People who are doing the songs and stuff like that, like the black. I've never seen this black chick ever, so I think it's a good exposure. But like,
It's a negative exposure because everyone's like hating on them.
well, I think they're hating on the fact that
If this was a
they're hating
new-
on the movie. I don't think they're hating on the person
That's
itself.
true, but then now you're in a movie that everyone hates with a good song.
Well,
Rather than being in a
look
new
at-
movie that's probably good with a good song.
well, Will Smith was in Suicide Squad,
Was that,
and we still liked him. Oh no, sorry.
he was in Suicide Squad, but
Yeah, well, and we still liked him for a couple of years, and the movie was garbage.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So like, you can still like someone
No,
in a bad movie.
it's true.
We liked Will Smith and the chick who played Harley Quinn because she was hot.
Yeah, but she's white, and Harley Quinn's white.
I know, but she was hot.
Of course
She was
she's
so
hot.
sexy.
She's one of those. It's one of those actors who's born to play that role.
Oh, 100%. Oh, she's so bored for it. It's not
Yeah.
even funny. But yeah, Will Smith. I'm just seeing like minority characters. Okay, well, I mean,
And
I feel like Denzi and Samuel have done one bad movie at some point.
Each.
Yeah.
Denzi has some early 2000s questionable things.
So I was like, there you go. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, I feel like,
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to like playing characters in general,
yeah.
as long as they fit the part, it's fine. But if you're remaking something, you're just gonna piss people off.
I like to sort of, I think it's one of the, like I said, there are certain movies that need to be remade. Like the Pinocchio movie, they should just scrap it. It's
Dude, I'm so pissed off.
he's gay.
I don't.
He's gay.
What?
He's gotta be gay.
Pinocchio's gay?
Well, in this one, he's like, I want to be on my own plot. Like the guy sounds gay. Like I'm not saying that he is, but
Okay.
it's just looking like it. Like have you watched the trailer?
I only saw the bald black fairy woman.
Okay, so but there are two Pinocchios. There's one like a live action, one like a cartoon. I think it's the cartoon one that is like the gay one. One of them's gay.
The original cartoon or the new cartoon?
Well, there's a new cartoon coming out and a live action.
Exactly. I want to talk about. I don't remember if we talked about this on the podcast or not. But you know, Disney's only making the new live action Pinocchio because Guillermo del Toro was making Pinocchio stop motion.
Oh, that's
Because
fine.
Disney doesn't technically own Pinocchio because it's a classic fairy tale.
Yeah.
They don't own the rights.
Yeah.
So Guillermo del Toro is like, I would love to try my hand at it.
Yeah.
And he goes to see us making it, and Disney's like, you're doing what now? What? That's one of our classic movies, bitch. So then he's like, oh, we're gonna make Disney's like, we're gonna make a live action version of Pinocchio at this time because we have competition now.
Yeah.
And everyone knows Disney, and they have the money to back up their marketing. Whereas
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro's smaller picture, smaller budget, can't do that. So everyone's gonna see this crappy Disney version live
No,
action.
I think they're gonna see both.
They wouldn't watch both. They wouldn't be like, oh, we have the 1970 version. We have this live action version. Why would I watch it for a third time?
Well, I think
Especially if the second time's terrible.
I think he's gonna get his money down the line. I'm not sure if it's gonna lie. I'm not sure if they come out at the same time. First of all, I'm not sure who's farther
His isn't
ahead.
out yet. His isn't out yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Because
who's
his is
out
taking
first.
time,
obviously.
energy, and effort.
Yeah.
Whereas he's like,
Disney.
fucking go, go.
I guess. I mean, I think he's still gonna make some sort of money. I feel like
I think so. People appreciate that kind
the
of
art,
animation.
So I think if he's smart, he actually delays it. Because I mean, look at that one year we had like 4 Lincoln movies. Remember that?
Abraham
year?
Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, there was like
Lincoln.
4 of them. So like, I feel like if he's smart, he kind of buys his time a little bit, lets the Pinocchio Disney version kind of die out, and then he throws it out there. I don't know.
It's one of those things like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you raise it now,
Yeah.
you're going directly up against Disney. If you
Yeah.
release it later, the hype
has
died.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm curious though what he would do with the whale scene and like the whole ending, because the ending of the original is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That whale was terrifying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
I really don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, so Disney sucks.
Yeah, honestly.
But real quick before we wrap
Yeah.
that up, because I saw someone say something about like for diversity, what they should do is they should look at like the cultural backgrounds of these groups. Like they were saying, technically all these white characters, they have white cultural backgrounds.
Mhm.
Therefore, their beliefs and their like what they do to celebrate certain
You really
things.
think Disney's gonna take the time out of their day?
No,
to
but
do that?
that's what I'm saying. If they really wanted to be diverse, they would take black characters and actually have them be black.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, it's never gonna happen. They're gonna go. We did the bare minimum. You just said Disney wants to do the bare minimum. They're
Yeah.
doing the bare minimum.
But I'm just, if they wanted to like
They brought
actually-
some black people in.
if they had any balls.
Yeah, they really wanted to go, can you sing? Are you black? Yeah, come with us. And then they went to go do the movie.
Because there's an area like the daughter of Poseidon or something.
Yes.
So it's white culture.
Yes. Basically. Listen, dude. Like, I'm not gonna see that movie. I'm not seeing Pinocchio. I get what you're saying. Disney sucks. Like, it's just the way it is.
Did you hear they're bringing back Daredevil? And they're completely ignoring the Netflix side of it.
That's funny. That's funny.
And they're
though.
calling it Daredevil Reborn.
That's funny.
And
I like
he's
that.
gonna appear for the first time in She-Hulk.
Oh God. I still haven't yet to watch that.
Don't watch it.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Okay.
I was watching a review of the newest episode, episode 5.
Yeah.
Apparently this episode is all about some TikTok influencer stealing her name and making it a brand. And so they have like a courtroom battle over the rights to the name
Oh,
She-Hulk.
wasn't that like in like the fucking trailer or something like that?
I don't know. I hadn't watched the
Oh.
trailer. But I was looking at that, like, how is the story of a giant, muscular woman who could rip people in half with her bare hands,
Relate to this, yeah.
yeah, about
Yeah.
IPs and marketing and TikTok and
Yeah, I guess so.
influence? What is this horrible trash?
I had no fucking.
I saw a great meme. It
yeah.
was when men write women characters, it's fucking Black Widow doing flips and shit in Iron Man 2. When
Yeah.
women write women, it's She-Hulk just flexing in a dress.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Me and my ex-girlfriend actually had a really big argument about this because I watched with her. We watched Birds of Prey, which is that Harley Quinn
I
spinoff.
saw it in theaters. It was fine.
It was fine. It was awful. What the fuck do you mean?
I just sat there, I let my eyes glaze over, and I was
Like, it's fucking. The movie is done so poorly. The men are so, like, they're hyperbolized of how stupid they are. Like, I get it. I know some guys are stupid, some guys are really dumb, but, like...
I wanted to think of a part where I could tell you, like, this is what justifies it being perfectly fine, but I
Yeah.
can't remember anything
Exactly.
about the movie.
I think the only part I can say that's kind of justifies the fact that, like, there is a lot of... Harley kind of gets, like, some regular-ass people to do some pretty cool shit. Because all the characters are, like, superhero-ish. Well, even Harley's not really superhero anyways. But, I get what the movie was trying to do. I get it. I understand you want to do, like, your own Suicide Squad version. But female cast, okay. But the men in the movie are so fucking dumb. It's like, it's not even good. And she's like, yeah, but, like, I said, listen, I told her, I said, we can do this podcast and we can dog on women who do movies for days, you know? But unfortunately...
We could. I mostly think positive things about women in movies. Like,
I mean, but what I'm saying is that, like, we can be, like, do a whole list of women in movies and women who thought movies are terrible, whatever, or
Well,
good or bad.
This is only since like 2016 with the Me Too movement.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
women have been written horribly.
Yeah. But
Before that, like
the some were really good.
you got Furiosa and Mad Max Fury Road. She's
Yeah.
just as cool, if
Yeah.
not cooler than Max in that movie.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But the thing is that what happened, like what I told her, I said, just the way I will never understand, in more of like a cultural sense, like a society, I will never understand what it's like to be a woman. I will never get catcalled. I'll never be like inappropriately touched or like be hit on at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way you being white will never understand what it's like to be black. You know, like I can describe it to you.
Well, I'm a quarter black, so.
No, you're not.
I just love to bring that up every chance I get.
Like you, like I can explain it to you, but you will never 100% understand. Like, I get it. I understand why the movie needs to be made, and for what it's worth, for an all women's cast, the movie isn't god awful. Men have made worse movies than that, 100%.
Absolutely.
You know, but I will say, is the movie a good, like, this is what the women can do movie? No, I would not put that.
I don't remember anything about it.
Exactly. So there you go. More entertainment news. Adam Levine, do you know who that is?
I thought there was a story, not a story, but a headline I read. I thought about putting it in the show. Is it the headline I'm thinking of?
Is that like he cheated on his wife?
Then no, it's not.
Okay,
not
so Adam Levine, a lead singer of Maroon 5, probably the only band that I know that he needs all his band members, or else he is useless. He's one of the few people I know.
Isn't Adam Levine also in Panic at the Disco or something?
No, that's Brandon Urie. And Brandon Urie is the lead singer.
They're like
of
the same
Panic at the Disco.
person.
Basically,
They'd be interchangeable.
They both sing very high pitched voices. But Adam Levine, lead singer of Maroon 5, allegedly has been caught. Two women have come forward all of a sudden and claimed that he had cheated on his wife with both of them. So.
Oh, it's like that movie with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Where they all find out that they're the other woman, so they try to sabotage this man's life.
I guess. So maybe that might happen in real life. We don't know.
Interesting.
But Adam Levine is funny because like he's one of the few probably like pop stars that have been very unproblematic. I think the most problematic thing he's done in the last, I want to say 4-8 years has been when he did the Super Bowl, and that's when Trump was in charge and the Super Bowl was
He's the
going
guy with
to,
all
like,
those horrible tattoos.
Yes, that is him. That's when they did the SpongeBob thing for like a second.
They did a SpongeBob thing?
You didn't know about
What was the
that?
SpongeBob thing?
So, I forgot why. I think it was like it started on like Instagram and Facebook and Reddit, where they wanted the NFL to play that part from SpongeBob
Where they go into the stadium?
into the stadium.
Oh my god.
And they actually abided by it. NFL actually listened. And
For
what
5
happened,
seconds?
For about 10 seconds. Yeah. What happens is that you see an animation,
Mm-hmm.
you see like the characters come up, and you see like a fireball, and then fucking Travis motherfucking Scott shows up, and then raps his song. So it's like for like 15 seconds. So like they heard us, but not loud enough to actually play the whole song. I think it's because they couldn't get the rights from Nickelodeon SpongeBob. Maybe.
Dude,
Maybe.
they have the money. It's the.
I don't
fucking-
get the money, but
it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know how much ads pay to be on the Super Bowl?
a lot. I know. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but anyways, that's when Adam Levine was on there. I think that was during the time like the whole like kneeling controversial thing, because like the black people, black athletes getting like discriminated, and because the Super Bowl had asked a lot of bands prior to Maroon 5 to perform, and all of them declined except for Adam Levine. Because I think he just needed money, so that's why he did it. But funny enough, Super Bowl you don't get paid. So unless they worked out a deal with him or something, but you don't get paid to perform at the Super Bowl. It's a free show.
It's a free show?
Yeah, it's a free show at the Super Bowl for them.
That.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so Adam Levine, maybe he cheated, maybe he didn't. I always thought of him as a very unproblematic type of guy. Him, like Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake, like you don't really hear them in the news very often. Not super.
Is Timberlake still active? Like,
Timberlake,
making
yeah,
music?
he made an album about 4 or 5 years ago, and he did that. And he Trolls movies, shit, all the fucking time.
He's a pretty good comedic actor. In drama, he's terrible, but in comedy, I like him.
Yeah, comedic is pretty funny. Yeah, he's not very good in genre roles. He's a good all-arounder. Like, he can sing, and he's a fucking good dancer, too. He's a pretty good dancer.
Yeah, he sucks cock really well.
What?
When he was in NSYNC.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
The face you... What?
He brought him... I remember when he brought him back, they did like a 2-minute, like 3-song medley of NSYNC. It was so funny because... I don't know who the sound person was. The microphones for the other 4 hours were like so fucking low you couldn't hear shit.
Wow, that sucks.
It was so awful. All you could hear was Timberlake and no one else. And like at the end, like one of the guy like even like did like he was like baby baby baby, just to like see if he can hear himself at the end of the fucking set. I'm like, yo, I would be so pissed off off NSYNC right now. But I mean, they have not done anything. Funny, you know that Chip Scarlett from Pretty Odd Parents is one of the characters from NSYNC?
Really?
That song that the Shiny Teeth does.
That's it's such a catchy song.
That's one of the NSYNC band members. I don't remember which one, but it's one of them.
Huh.
So
Never would have guessed.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
How do you feel about like consoles being able to play older games? Kind of like how
like an emulator kind of thing.
Not an emulator, but like you know how the Wii was able to play like Nintendo GameCube games as well as Wii games. How do you feel about that? Good things, a bad thing?
A bit of both, because I enjoy going back to my PS3 sometimes.
Yeah, okay. So basically, Overwatch 2 coming out in about 2 weeks' time from about now is going to be simultaneously shutting down servers on Overwatch 1.
Oh, so to force people to go to Overwatch 2?
Exactly that point.
Yeah.
So, which is funny because it's a dick move on Activision Blizzard's part, 110%. It just makes their image even worse. I am proud to say that a lot of people that I respected from Blizzard who made StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 and Overwatch 1 have left for the reason that they don't like the direction the company is going in. Hence what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not like super attached to Blizzard anymore. Like I'm always gonna play StarCraft. I'm always gonna play Hearthstone and Overwatch from time to Overwatch not as often. Well, obviously not anymore. Cause I'm not gonna buy Overwatch 2. But like I just don't get it. I feel like it's very dumb. There's still a very big community that plays Overwatch, and I feel like you are losing a lot of money because people are still buying skins, still buying loot boxes from Overwatch 1.
But logically, they'll do the same thing on the next game.
Yes, they will.
Plus them buying the new game.
But I'm not sure. I feel like...
You think it's going to turn too many people away?
I think it's going to turn a good bit because Overwatch... What thing about Overwatch, kind of like Fortnite, right? It's a very kid-friendly game. The characters, well, some of the characters, Tracer being one of them, quite revealing in certain areas.
That's
but
why
I mean,
kids love them, yeah.
Yeah, like, but I'm like, you know, like, it's a game that a lot of kids, because I think it's rated teen. I don't think it's rated M.
There's no blood or anything, so it makes sense.
No, so that's why I'm going, a lot of kids don't have the money. They're going to probably get it for Christmas, which is a month and a half's time from now, so... They'll probably during Christmas Overwatch 2 is going to do decently well, but I feel like October, November is going to be a significant drop in players. I think it's like I said, I've not really heard a lot about Overwatch 2. Like it hasn't.
Still haven't heard anything on my end. Not a single
thing.
thing.
It hasn't really been as big as I thought it was. I mean, I think Overwatch 1 was such a big success. It was going to be really hard to shadow that. Really shadow that and compare. So I get why, but like I still think it's a decision, personally speaking.
Yeah, all they needed to do was like find a reason to justify a sequel, like either by making a vastly different game mode, maybe a campaign or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Just something big enough to like make it seem to have merit to have a sequel. Because what they're doing right now, it just seems like a cash grab. And that's it.
It's basically that. I haven't heard much of a difference, but yeah.
This is why I can't get behind big companies. Because as soon as they get too big, then they need so much revenue to keep themselves afloat.
Yeah.
And further expanding, because companies are all about growth.
Yeah.
Constant growth.
Yeah.
So it always turns out to be like, oh, how do we make the most money as possible?
Cash grab.
And typically, it always ends up screwing over the customer.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get invested in any companies because as soon as they reach that critical mass of like, then they start fucking you over.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. So that's why I have.
That's why gaming is just dying. As soon as your indie developer becomes big, you're like, well, time to find a new one.
Yeah, I think it's not. I think actually video games on the rise. I think more people are playing video games. I think it's becoming even more like games like Valorant. I've never seen that many women play video games. Valorant's a very big.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Women-orientated area.
How's that? How's it oriented towards them?
I don't even feel like it's oriented.
It's just like, naturally grabbing them.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. Like if you look at a lot of girls,
you know what? You shoot a portal in the wall, you walk through it, you just left your problems behind you.
Maybe I don't know. But it's like they there are many girls. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I don't know why this particular game. I will say I think some of the male characters are attractive hence why there are maybe bringing some girls in.
I feel like I've never played a video game based on how a character looks in it.
Well, no, I mean Valorant's like CS:GO and Rainbow Six. It's a free shooter. It's a free shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the way like Dead by Daylight's super big with like gay people and trans.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's very big on the gay community. They are like.
Why? Why would that?
I have no fucking clue, but like any drag queen that plays video games has played Dead by Daylight or still does. It's majorly big.
That's so
to the
weird.
point where one of their main trinkets is a pride flag. Like they're that, and they respect that community very very. I mean, I think it's good that they you know they care to their audience. But I don't know what it is. A lot of you ever want to watch like Dead by Daylight streamers? A lot of them are.
Well, we played it and it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was gay or anything.
No, you have to. I don't know what it is, but it's like a lot of gay people, trans people, people who
You do hide in closets in that game.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like you get to kill straight people. I don't know what it is, but it's like they really love it. So I mean, it's good on them. But
There's like an emote where your character just shouts, "I'm gay," and
Yeah.
the killer turns around.
Yeah. I'm gay. What? And runs around.
Back to the real world.
Yes.
California couple left bikes in front of yard to lure thieves, beat them with bats, and posted the videos online.
I mean, good on them for beating them up.
I know. Like, to me, this is great.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the kind of dystopian justice the world needs right now.
Yeah, I mean, if they're thieves and they're stealing shit, like
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Honestly, like as long as they're not killing them, and they're exposing
Like,
them,
just
it's
beat
good.
them up a bunch and then call the cops on them.
Yeah, I was like beat them up and be like, hey, they tried to steal our bikes. And mostly in any fucking American state, there's probably some fucked up law defending your land or something that you can like argue
I
against.
feel like it's a southern myth. Like, you can straight up kill someone if they break into your house. Which
Well, in Florida,
I think that should be allowed everywhere.
in Florida you can. I know in Florida there's a thing called stand your ground law.
Yeah.
If you feel threatened, you're allowed to kill the other person legally.
Anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere in the world.
Yeah, but then you could just claim that anywhere, anytime.
I know, isn't that crazy how fucked up Florida is? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah, the white guy felt threatened, he shot the black guy, he's like, I felt threatened by him. Like, you're out of gas, you're 5 feet away, what the fuck are you talking about?
To be fair, he was massive.
He was a big guy, but like, still,
Yeah.
like, you have a gun, he doesn't, like,
Maybe it was dark out.
it wasn't. I saw the tape.
It was broad daylight?
It was like broad, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was Bigfoot!
so yeah, but yeah, so, no, I know Florida does. I'm not sure about California, but Florida does.
Yeah. Anyways, I think it's a wonderful way to... It's a wonderful and safe way to get criminals off the street and into our meat.
God.
Some Soylent Green.
Jesus. But yeah, so,
I saw a crazy video on Reddit where thieves in South America get shot in the hands for punishment, like for stealing.
no, South America, wow, then a lot of places are like that. Even like any like Asian state or like that Middle Eastern area, they take that stuff seriously when you get like.
That's some medieval shit though, because I know they would cut off fingers when you.
They cut off fingers if you cheat on your wife. They cut off your fucking dick.
Where's that?
In Middle Eastern states.
Really?
Yeah, cut off your fucking penis.
I always thought they made it the woman's fault somehow.
There's also one that if you rape someone and you're found guilty, they actually rip off they certainly remove your dick.
They should do it for pedophiles.
Honestly, yes, they should.
They find gay porn, instantly castrate.
1,000%. Be like, I would do it. I would be down.
I wonder though, because if you get castrated, do you still get horny?
Probably and good.
That'd be insane.
That'd be
You'd
so
like,
good.
It'd be so much torture. You can't do anything.
Awesome for pedophiles. Fucking, you deserve it. So that's great. If you're a fucking,
Every day is hell. I can't
Good.
alleviate my
Good.
stress.
Good.
Yeah, so good on these
Good on them.
these influencers.
I guess so it's gonna be a fucking trend on TikTok.
But no, it's serious though. Like, it would filter out like bad, like just legit park like a Ferrari in the driveway, and every time someone tries to steal it, just instantly arrest them.
Yeah,
you have video of it and everything.
Yeah, that's good. You know,
Yeah, filter out the baddies like that. Be great. Marion Stokes, a Philadelphia woman who began taping whatever was on television in 1979 and didn't stop until her death in 2012. The 71,000 VHS and Betamax tapes she made are the most complete collection preserving this era of TV. They are being digitized by the Internet Archive.
That's impressive.
It's fucking incredible.
That's actually very cool. That's just a good tidbit of information.
She's a hero. She's literally like collecting
I have nothing
history.
to comment on. I really have.
You have
no
nothing to say? I think it's incredible. It's
well, it's not incredible. I think it's great, but
yeah. To me, there's something wholesome about like old television programming, like with the ads and all that.
actually, I did listen to with Isaiah one time. Kmart music. So music you hear in a Kmart, and they had commercials running in the Kmart, and wow, it's It's a little bit nostalgic.
Exactly.
It's nostalgic, and like I remember, like they're like, oh, like get buy one loaf of bread, get the other one for only $3. I'm like, $3 for bread? Where the fuck
That's
are you?
insane.
I'm like, oh yeah, 1979. That's where the fuck. Yes, I got
Even
it.
no, 79 is like probably 80 cents.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good.
so.
But yeah, like back then you weren't able to pause or anything. Like I yearn for that to come back. That'd be cool. Like, you ever get that feeling like I just kind of feel like watching some old TV? Because I know on my Roku here, there's the Roku channel, and they have ads and all that. It's not the same though because it has to load, and then there's a countdown. It says like X amount of seconds in the bottom right corner and all that.
Okay.
But like back in the day, you couldn't pause, you couldn't
Yeah,
rewind.
no.
So like when there was a commercial, that's when you did your shit.
You were fucking ran.
Yeah.
Ran with the kid.
Go pee, get your snacks, come back,
Yeah.
it's back on. You're like, oh, that was good.
Yeah. No,
Something about that
100%.
feeling. Now it's like I can
can
just
pause it.
take everything slow as fuck.
There's that, and like even like I remember like my mom used to like we used to have like Helico, which is like the old Videotron satellite. That was like first coming out,
Oh, yeah.
and we had regular cable, so she would tape her shows on cable. But there was a show on like Helico we couldn't tape it. We're like fuck, because we don't have it on cable, you know. Used to like have like your VHS.
There's
Yeah, I
that
remember
one
that. Good times, man.
I always got a satellite like on and off.
Yeah.
Like we'd have it for a bit, and then no one would watch it, so we delete it, and then
Yeah.
nothing to watch again. So we got satellite. We went
back.
back and forth. So it was interesting living back and forth like that because you have the comparison, like being able to fast. Like you record your shit, you fast forward through it afterwards.
Yeah.
To like just you have to sit and wait. I think kids need that. They need to learn patience.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Now you got people like fucking giving their kids phones while they wait for doctor's appointments because
Yeah.
God forbid they should sit still for a half hour.
And that's why they have fucking ADD and ADHD fucking.
Then you throw the
medications
pills
and
at them, they
fucking
become
drugged
pill
up.
dependent, then
Yeah.
you become drug addicts before they're 15.
I think when you pointed, they were going to say, then become you. I was like,
Then
well,
they
that's
become
fucked.
you. Yeah, you ever take pills? Did you?
I take nothing.
Never.
I never took a single fucking pill for anything like that ever.
Not even when you got your STD.
No I'm kidding. How do you know? No I'm kidding. But yeah.
Yeah, good on her. It's a archived piece of history.
The-
I'm surprised they don't like keep that, like the station.
Does she get paid?
She's dead.
Does her family get paid?
I don't think so, because
Oh.
she was basically a hoarder. I'm
Oh,
sure she has
okay.
some sort of OCD, so she'd record everything.
Oh, I guess
That's why
so.
it's 71,000 tapes, and they're all being
Wow.
transcribed onto the interwebs.
Hmm.
But I never understood that. Why do channels not save what they put out? Because you would think they would at least save the shows.
Well, the channel, I think if the channel is no longer existent, then yeah. I feel like they would get rid of it.
Because I think we talked about this before, or maybe we didn't. I think because there used to be this law, after 50 years it becomes common use, or fair use,
Yeah.
like for everyone.
Yeah.
Because by then the people who own it are either very old or dead.
Yeah.
So like anyone can use it or whatever. But so at this point, something.
I don't know. Maybe I mean.
Because I know Disney is an asshole, and they kept extending it because they want to keep all their IPs,
Yeah.
so they can just keep remaking trash. Anyways, wouldn't it be cool, like something from I guess now would be what the 70s for it to be 50 years?
80s, 90s.
30s. Yeah, it'd be about
Yeah.
the 70s.
Yeah.
Or even late. It'd be like let's say 70s.
70s to late 60s maybe.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
well 70s and before. All
Yeah.
of that was made before would be like free to everyone
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone to enjoy the music, the shows, the movies.
Yeah.
Mind you, it wasn't as dense as it is now,
Yeah.
but even then, like the quality was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So then anyone can use that. Like imagine in a YouTube video, you could use fucking like Black Sabbath comes to mind because they were in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like and you'd be no problem, no
Yeah,
copyright
yeah.
strike because technically it's old enough that it's free to use by anyone.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why you hear a lot of 30s and 50s songs in the background of certain things because it's very cheap to use or it's free.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
It's like when you think of like old shows, I'm like, oh, I really wish I could have this, but the company that owns it doesn't have the capital to, I don't know,
yeah.
put it online or to like make it physical.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just put it out there for free. But obviously you need someone to make money somehow because no one does anything for free without incentive.
I was on the Internet Archive actually last night. I watched the Hot Wheels movie for some reason. I had like the sudden urge to watch the Hot Wheels movie.
There's a Hot Wheels movie?
Yeah, it's okay.
I've never seen that.
It's not that bad.
It's like Cars, but smaller.
no, like they're real humans who drive like a car that you would drive like regularly.
Alright.
They go on like this fucking crazy they transfer to like another dimension on this crazy track race and shit.
Makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah, it honestly for its time 2003 it's
2003?
yeah
How have I never heard of this?
it's not that bad of a. It's honestly the movie's worth to watch. It's like an hour and a half. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Honestly, driving it's pretty fucking well done.
I watched Cars a while ago and I was like, this movie is absurdly good.
The first movie's a fucking banger. Rascal Flatts did an amazing job on Life is a Highway. Like that, they did a really. I don't know the few songs I want to say that it's almost as good as the original. Like they did a really fucking good job.
It was a cover, right?
Yeah, it's a cover.
I can't say anything positive about it because to me it just sounded so similar to the original. I was like, you might as well just use the original.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great movie. I think I just always fucks with me that Owen Wilson is Lightning McQueen. That always fucks with my head.
Ka-chow.
It's just, all I hear is wow. Like I don't hear ka-chow.
Wow.
Like it's.
I don't think he ever says wow.
I
Does
feel like
he?
he does somewhere.
You think so?
No, not in Cars.
Wow.
Maybe somewhere. I feel like in one. The second movie's not that bad either. It's really like the second movie they bring like this whole like 007 shit.
I never saw the second one. It looks stupid. So.
It's actually not that bad. You should give it a watch.
I heard horrible things about the third one, but then
Third
I watched
one's awful.
it. Fuck off. I actually
Really?
The third one just reminded me of Rocky.
The third one's so fucking dumb. How does that Mustang outrun fucking Jackson Storm, who's a goddamn race car?
Because
She's
the
just
heart.
like,
Because the heart. How did Rocky almost beat Apollo Creed, Jamal? Because he had the heart.
God.
He had the will
Yeah,
to
okay,
thrive and
whatever.
survive.
I actually saw Sylvester Stallone in a movie a little while ago with my mom. It was like the superhero movie that he was a part
Superhero.
He's like the evil guy.
Spy Kids.
No, it's not Spy Kids 2 or 3. I know that. I don't remember the movie. It was on Netflix. That's why I know.
Last story. Jamal, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Wow, you did that without question. That's
No.
great. I just
Okay.
see. I had written a whole thing where you didn't close your eyes.
Okay.
So, yeah. So slide those thin slices of human meat over your peeping optics. Good job, thank you. You just got home from your Central American job, probably something physically demanding.
Okay.
But as soon as you enter your home, the foul odor of rotting flesh and excrement uppercuts you in those dual African air intakes you have.
Oh God! What the hell is that smell?
See, I was gonna ask what's your reaction, and then you did that, so that's perfect. And then you see a pair of
What?
monkey-like eyes outside your backyard window.
Oh my God! What is that?
It's Bigfoot. What do?
You're joking, right?
No, this is the story.
It's a monkey.
No, it's a Bigfoot.
This fucking guy.
A man in Colorado caught a photo of what seems to be a Bigfoot lurking in the window outside of his home.
What the fuck? The body to do with anything?
What?
Did he not kill somebody?
Oh, he went to get his gun, and when he came back, it was gone.
Oh.
It fled into the woods behind
So
him.
there's no dead body.
No dead body.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Why
No, it's just the odor came from the...
Okay, I thought like the way you said I'm going, there's a dead body in this room somewhere, and then you
No,
just.
it was the ape outside.
Was there a photo?
His musk was blown.
Was there a photo?
I had a photo. Dude, I was so upset because it says like he went to get his gun. These eyes are like the cutest thing ever. Look at those little eyes. Look at those little beady eyes. Those little fuckers.
That's the fucking photo. I found it. Okay.
Doesn't it look cute though?
It doesn't look like Bigfoot at all. But
It's like maybe it's a baby Bigfoot. You ever think of baby Bigfoot?
maybe.
But it stinks like a motherfucker. You just walk in. What the fuck is that smell?
Yeah.
You see this little fucker at the window.
Little bitch ass bitch. Fuck you, little Bigfoot. That's funny. No,
I'm gonna get my gun. You better stay there.
Yeah, he's crying. He's crying. Ah!
Back
Runs
into
home.
the woods.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's
It's
weird.
adorable. I would invite this little guy in and bathe him because he smells like ass.
Come here, little smelly monkey.
Dude, I would be like, I'd be ripped in half by this monkey boy.
Yeah, no, I mean, if it's real, I mean, that's a really hard photo, but I encourage viewers to go look it up yourself, but whatever.
These eyes look so innocent, but I know like at first glance it'd be terrifying.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Just eyes
yeah.
looking at you from outside, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to kill that
Yeah.
now.
For sure.
To close off, I found
Yeah.
something very funny on the interwebs. I thought I'd share it with you.
Okay.
So imagine I'm Khalil, I'm an English teacher, and I'm grading an essay, okay?
Okay.
So, the essay goes, the title, Mario, the idea versus Mario, the man. Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck. But who knows
Oh,
what
he failed this essay for sure.
Oh, there's a big F at the top.
Okay.
But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles?
What the fuck?
And why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythical non-existent Dr. Pepper? Perchance. Doesn't make fucking sense. It's literally like in brackets, non-existent, and then question mark, close bracket, Dr. Pepper, period, perchance, period.
What the fuck? You guys on some drugs.
I believe it was Kant who said, experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario exhibits experience by crushing turds all day.
The fuck?
That line, I think I'm gonna use that from now. I'm just crushing turds.
What do you mean? Turtles?
Turtles, man, turtles. Crushing turds all day. But he exhibits theory by stating, "Let's a go! Keep it up, baby."
Oh, because
He put "Let's a go" in quotations. Like
oh,
it's his,
I got it now.
That's his catchphrase, right?
Yeah, let's go.
But then he says "Keep it up, baby" without quotations. But
well,
he
let's
doesn't
go
say-
Mario because Mario jumps on Koopas and those are the turtles.
No, but that's what I mean though, because he says, okay. I'll read that sentence.
Yeah.
But he exhibits theory by stating "Let's a go." That's in quotations. But then "Keep it up, baby."
It's not. That's weird.
Because Mario doesn't say that, right? He never
No,
says
he
that.
doesn't.
So what the fuck is he saying that for?
I have no... Dude, what the fuck is he saying most of that for?
Yeah,
Fuck, you know?
the teacher who corrected it circled "Keep it up, baby" and put 5 question marks like,
Yeah,
what?
like, I'll be very confused too. Fuck, that's hilarious.
When Mario leaves his place of safety to stomp a turdy, he knows that he may die. And yet, for a man who can purchase lives with money, a life becomes a mere store of value. A tax that can be paid for, much as a rich man feels any law with a fine is a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a 1%er of a more privileged variety.
Why is that part so well written? Like that part I feel like kind of deep, and like the beginning is just
It's like he started having a deep thought,
yeah.
but everything before that
Go
was
out, come
just
back
like,
in. Go out, come back in. It's
Yeah.
funny.
I love that though. When he wrote, Mario exhibits experience by crushing turts.
Yeah.
The teacher underlined crushing turts and put stop.
Fair. Honestly.
So what would you grade this, Jamal? The
I'll
professor
definitely
gave
give
me
that a fucking F and a. I'll give him an F and a half to have to Uncle listen. Like,
I give it a C- because it made me laugh.
I'll give it like the lowest passing grade, like a 60.
What is it? Is a pass a D plus?
No, it's a D.
D is so
Yeah.
D minus is a fail. Probably like 59 and below.
Yeah, I think so. You get like a D on the dot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the youth is dumb. I'm pretty sure this person was high.
Yeah.
This was for a philosophy class.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. I have one joke. We can end off on this joke that I heard on TikTok yesterday. It's a Reddit joke from TikTok.
I love Reddit. I hate TikTok.
So basically, there's a guy. His car breaks down in front of this big church, and a monk lives there. And he asks the monk, "Hey, my car broke down. Can I come inside?" The monk says, "No problem." Treats him really nicely, gives him some food, lets him sleep. While he's sleeping, he hears a weird sound, like a sound in like a room. So after he wakes up and he goes, "Hey, what's that sound?" He's like, "Oh, I can't tell you. You're not a monk." He's like, "Okay, whatever." Leaves. A year goes by. His car breaks down in the exact same spot again. Right? He's like, "What the fuck?" Goes back to see the monk again. No problem. Feeds him, takes care of him. Again, that night he hears a sound coming from outside his door. He doesn't know what the fuck the sound is. So he the next day he goes, what's that sound? I was like, "I can't tell you, you're not a monk." He's like, "Okay, how do you become a monk?" He's like, "Well, you have to travel the world and tell me how many grains of sand there is, how much grass there are in the world, and how many pebbles there are in the world." So the guy goes, "Okay." Goes around the world, gets all the numbers, right? So he comes up to the monk and he goes, and he tells him the exact amount. He goes, "Congratulations, you are now a monk." And he goes, "Now I can tell you what is that sound behind that door over there." So he goes to the wooden door and he gives him the key to open the door. Opens the door, there's a stone door. He's like, "The fuck?" He's like, "Where's the key for the stone door?" He's like, "Oh, I have it." Give him the key to the stone door. The next door is made out of gold. Give him the key to the gold door, and so on and so forth. Until the monk finally tells the other guy who just became a monk, he says, "This is the last door. So I can tell you what is behind that door making that weird sound. I would tell you what the sound is, but you're not a monk."
What? But he just became a monk.
Yeah, but you're not, so I can't tell you what it is.
Me.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
There it is.
Hey.
Me. Fuck off. So I heard that joke yesterday. I said, "That's pretty funny." I'm not gonna lie.
I hate those so much. I read them occasionally and I'm like, fuck this. What a waste of my fucking 5 minutes reading this.
I was on a shit. I was thinking of shit. I was like, I got the. I was like, Man, I fucking want to know what's behind that door now. Like, I want to know what the sound is. Like, oh, I love that so much. So, yeah, there you go.
So you just thought the best way to end this episode was to piss off our listeners and me? I commend you, sir. Thank you for being here, Jamal.
No problem. Thank you for being here, too. This is Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
I'm Patrick.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Next week.
Next week.
Special.
Woo.
Maybe.
We'll see. I don't know.
The decision rests with you. Rests with you.